I had a few sewing fails this week, but don't worry, I'm going to share all the details with you.
Hello and welcome to my sewing channel. Today is Friday. Friday sews. It's my vlogging time and I love it because then I can like rant and rave and complain about all things sewing. And I do have a pattern that I'm going to talk to you about that has got me, that has made my sewing life a bit stressful. And I'm also going to be complaining, yes, about the famous Big 5 sewing patterns. So stick around. So on my channel, I sew just mostly for women. I also sew for my daughter. She's 6 and she's so funny. This past weekend, I actually started making masks again. Yes, you guys, I guess we're just kind of back to that. And so I made a few masks. I made some for Valentine's. So it's got the cute sayings on that side. And then this is the cute art gallery fabric with the strawberries. And so this one's pretty good. I actually, if you still are interested in making masks, I do have a tutorial on the pattern that I use. It fits really nice and you can still breathe in it. So I made a couple for me and for my mom, but I got to share with you what's funny is my daughter last year when this was all coming out, and she didn't really understand like, well, why is everyone wearing masks? And I won't go into, you know, whether or not masks even make a difference. So, but she was like, oh, one day it just kind of, she got thinking to herself and she's like, oh, I know why people are wearing masks. And I'm like, oh, okay. And she's like, so that they don't smell people's farts. So then, of course, you know, I'm like, yeah, here, put this on. Mama just had some chili. I'm kidding. You know, kids have the funniest perspective on things. And so I love, like, I don't want her to grow up because she's just so innocent and she sees things in such a different light than we do. So there is a picture right there of my little one. She is funny. That's actually a shirt that I made for her using the Ellie and Matt Going Home pattern, and the fabric on that one I got from fabricsuniverse.com. But she didn't let me take a lot of pictures. Well, there's some right there, but she let me take one picture and then she actually walked off. Now, as far as the sewing world, I really have had, hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Okay, so as far as the sewing world, I really have had a few stresses and a few complaints because like I said last week, I want to sew up a really nice pair of pants. And so I thought, okay, well, I'm going to try Simplicity 1165. And you guys, okay, so I'm looking at the measurements here and it doesn't even make sense. So my hips are 42.5. So as I look at the garment, the size measurements, 42.5 is for the hips. I'm thinking it says, okay, well, that's a size 12. But then when I look at the body measurements for my waist, well, a size 12 is a 26.5. And you guys, I don't have a waist of a 26.5. I mean, maybe when I was 8 years old, but my waist is more up. I won't disclose what my waist is, but it would be more up in the size 20 range, you know, maybe like the size 18. So I actually cut out the size 14 and then I left the top, I cut it out a little bit bigger and they didn't fit me. They did not fit me at all. So here's a picture right here that shows how big they are. So then I started going in and grading the waist down and it still did not fit me. I'm not giving up though. These are the pants. I do really like how the pocket is. So I think what I'm gonna do is go pick up a size 12, but they didn't have Simplicity patterns on sale this week. I actually don't know when the Simplicity patterns will go on sale again, but I did get a lot of your suggestions about trying the PDF patterns, which I think I'll have a lot better luck. This is kind of where my rant comes in because I think the sizing is so weird. Sometimes the sizing on these just don't make sense because, I mean, because if my hips are a 43, and then my waist, if my waist is a 26, that's kind of like one of those Bratz dolls. And I mean, I love that figure, but that's not really, is that an average figure? I don't know. So I took some of your suggestions and I looked at the Style Arc pants, and this is a pair that I really, really like. And those ones are around like $8 because you guys see, this is my problem. I'm kind of cheap. And the thing that I hate about PDF patterns, the reason why I resist is because I don't like printing them and I don't like taping them together. And if I'm going to do that, I don't want to pay that high price. If I have to put the pattern together myself, I feel like it should be a little bit less. But when I was shopping for all these PDF patterns, a lot of them were like $18. And yes, I do realize you definitely get what you pay for. I need to just buy it. However, that's another part that I have a problem with. I don't want to spend $18 on a pattern and have it not work for me. Now, I have had such good luck with Ellie and Mac patterns, but they have like, for their pants, they have like a joggers and leggings. And I can actually just make my own pattern with that. And in fact, I really should just draft up my own pattern for pants. I think the reason why I am like wanting to get a pattern as a guide is so that I can use it over and over and have a no-fail. And also I want to find a really good pants pattern for you guys as well. But it kind of seems like the other way around. I think you guys know what pants pattern is good. And so yeah, it's me that needs to find a really good pant pattern without wasting a lot of money. Luckily, the fabric that I used for these pants, because I knew that it would be, you know, it probably wouldn't come out right, is just this corduroy. And I actually got this corduroy from Savers. And it looked like it was brand new. I washed it and everything like that. And it was like flat fabric. You know, it wasn't made into like a comforter or anything like that. It was actually flat fabric that I found. And so I think the whole entire thing, I think it was like 5 yards for like $2.50. And so that's what I used to try to make these pants work. So I wasn't out a lot of money, even if it doesn't, but I'm actually kind of liking the corduroy. I didn't think that I would. So hopefully I can get these pants to work. I'm just going to be patient, wait to get a size 12 in the Simplicity, and we'll try again. So I'm just going to set these aside for now. Now I'm going to talk about this other pattern. Let me put it up here. It's mccalls 8029. I mentioned that I did want like a shacket jacket type thing. Oh, before I go into that though, let me know, are you team scissors or do you cut your fabric out with rotary cutters? I'm talking about like if you're sewing like a shirt for yourself or pants or something like that. What do you use to cut them out? I'm curious because I actually use rotary cutters. Did I cut myself? I forget sometimes that this is a blade. Okay, but I love to use rotary cutters because I feel like it is so much faster. And so on this pattern, I'm cutting fleece. And so I made sure I cut it using this, but it has been kind of a headache. You guys, thankfully for YouTube, I got through some of it, but let me show you where I'm at with it right now.
The way the pattern is written is they don't have you finish the raw edges. So I just wanted to make sure that I got some clean cuts using my rotary scissors, and then I just used this ruler. And then, you know, I did struggle with putting the collar on, but let's fast forward to right here. I sewed the front on and something looked a bit different. And it was weird because I couldn't pinpoint which side I sewed on incorrectly. So I'm looking at the diagram here. See how it has that slight point? Well, it has that point on the left side and it also had the point on the right side, but they just weren't matching up. But finally, after lots of concentration, I figured out the part that I needed to unpick. So at this point, I'm just unpicking it and I'm looking at my nail color. Okay, I don't know why my nail color is turning out that way. Okay, sorry, I guess I will stay on track.
So I don't know, guys. I mean, should I finish it? Should I toss it? At this point, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So these patterns this weekend have like kind of let me down. So I went back to, you know, online looking for more patterns. And this is kind of like how it goes. I'll go and I'll look and I'll see, and then I'll see the prices, and then I just kind of slowly back myself out of the website. Okay, so I have a spoiler alert here. Oh, make sure that you check out Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, who put together the hashtag Friday Sews, and also search hashtag Friday Sews in the search bar. But first, I have a spoiler alert. Okay, you guys, I did finish the jacket, shacket, fleece thing. And so you're gonna have to come back on Wednesday and check out my pattern review and all the fun pictures. And I'm gonna show you how I finally finished it. So make sure that you subscribe so you get the notification and that you can come back next Wednesday and see my jacket, shacket, fleece, shawl type jacket, shacket, whatever. Okay, in the meantime, I do hope to see you in my next video. You can click on my pattern reviews there, all my Friday sews, and I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. So until next time, happy sewing. Bye, guys.